Welcome in, folks. Welcome in. Hopefully, everybody's having a good night. Hopefully, my audio is a little bit better this week. Last week, we had a few audio glitches. Nothing too major, but it was enough to disturb the show a little bit. Okay, so first things first, let me introduce myself. I go by Dr. Phil. I like to do a show here. This is my channel. I cover a lot of girl world subjects. What else? I like to cover health subjects, nutrition a little bit. Yeah, just getting my show ready here. Okay, so let me welcome the folks we already got in here. And today also, what do we got covering today? Today's show should hopefully be a fun one. Nothing too major, except we've got ALR's life has been ruined by the internet somehow. Yeah, apparently her relationship has been destroyed. And apparently she had another relationship that she started up in the meantime, and people have accused her of being a home wrecker. There's a lot going on. So maybe you folks can help learn what's going on with me. But first, before we even get to any of the drama surrounding our favorite Gorly Pop, we actually have a brand new video from Foodie. That's right. And I think this one is an interesting one to watch. Whenever Foodie drops a new one, I like to give it a new view. Okay, so let me say hi to everybody we got here. Icy, welcome in, Icy. Today's show sounds like a winner. I hope it is. Can't wait to catch you tomorrow. I hope you enjoy the replay, Icy. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Hey, welcome in, Fiona, as well. Good to have you. Happy Dr. Phil Wednesday. Hello, Nirvana. Oh, I'm sorry you can't make it tonight, but thank you for coming by. Yeah, I hope you enjoy the replay. Thank you, Mouse Toes. Thank you for the thumbs up. A small surge of subs, not a huge one. I was stuck on 7-something for a while, but it feels good to finally get over that hump. Be stunning and brave, folks. Hit that like button. It's easier than you think. Thank you, Kidney J. And speaking of like buttons, I smashed that like over on Kidney J's channel. She just put out a new one about Foodie. That's I think is a pretty good one, talking about her insulin and such. Welcome in, Rosebud. Hope you're having a good night. Very cute cat in your photo there. All right. Yes, let's get started. Let's watch a little bit of what Foodie's got going on. She's got a plus size haul from Temu. We actually get to see her in her brand new burkini. That's really the I think the big story of the night. Oh, I got to take off the starting soon also. Let me take that off. Put up the doctor disclaimer. Put up a little ticker at the bottom. I always forget that. Yes, I'm not really a doctor. If you think you need a real doctor, please go get one. That goes for Foodie if you're watching this. I'm not a doctor, but I am qualified to give my obnoxious opinion on the internet. Hopefully not too obnoxious. Oh, I would see it's really a new one. It just came out. Yeah, exactly, Vastos. We're finally going to get to see the bikini. Well, thank you for the thumbs up, Vastos. Welcome in. I don't remember if I welcomed everybody in yet. Oh, and also welcome into any lurkers and welcome into anybody watching the replay. Much appreciate you folks. If you'd like to leave a comment, glad to check it out. Let me know what you think. Oh, and anybody, if you'd like to see more of this fine content, please click the subscribe bell. Okay, and I think and also be sure to like. I already said that. All right, let's let it go. Oh, I actually was watching it myself earlier to try to preview some of it. That's why I'm already partway through. Okay, so let's put it back to the beginning here.
You can keep them forever and ever. Bye.
Hi, guys.
All right, how's the audio balance on? Or let me know how the audio balance is. Hopefully it's good.
Welcome, finally, to a Temu haul. So this is my first time trying Temu. Now, the clothes I got, I already tried them on. I already took them out of the package. Like, I wanted to show Sarault before I tried them on for you guys. And
let me welcome in a few more people. We got a big influx in. Welcome in, Hannibal. Thank you very much. Please hit that like button, folks. Much appreciated. Snow camps, Foodie has got you covered. She actually picks up some body bleach, so be sure to remember that. She's thinking of you. Welcome in, Fallen Angel. Good to see you tonight. And us, welcome in, camps, of course. All right. I noticed that the other day. Your fingers have gotten too thick. They don't really curve in anymore. She can't really do the heart.
Yeah. So we'll get to that in a minute. I also got a few cosmetics and some shoes and stuff like that. So. We'll get to that here. But first, the main reason...
Oh, I keep interrupting, but I just want to point out, I'm going to rewind it just to drop. Foodie looks really out of breath in this video, more than she normally is. Like, she she seems like she's really not quite gasping for air, but she's very much out of breath just from talking. So let me go back just a little bit.
Yeah, so we'll get to that in a minute. I also got a few cosmetics and some shoes and stuff like that. So we'll get to that here. But first, the main reason I'd never tried Temu was I was just afraid that it was like all, you know, cheap stuff and not good quality.
Welcome,
and that it
executive.
would take forever. It didn't actually take too long. I don't remember the exact date we ordered. I'd have to go check, but it seemed like forever, but it actually wasn't that long in the end. And they do compensate a bit of money back if they deliver outside of the window that they say.
So I don't know. I've never personally shopped with Temu. From what I hear, it's a bit of a mixed bag. I mean, it's kind of what you would expect. Some items are a good deal, but some stuff has been a little bit not as good. I can't really speak on it myself. I've heard some negative things. I've heard some more neutral things, but I don't really have a lot to say about it. If anybody else does, I'd be interested to hear.
So that was the main reason behind it. But I recently was looking for a plus size burkini. Burkini is a Muslim modest swimwear. I don't know why they call it burkini.
Okay, Mouse Toes, that's interesting. Alibaba, I'm familiar with Alibaba a little bit. I've ordered off them in the past, like electronics type stuff. So yeah, that's interesting. So they're kind of like a more maybe a more user-friendly version of Alibaba.
Burkini, a bikini, but it's not actually a bikini. So
good point.
So
Mouse Toes.
I thought I would check out.
And Mouse Toes is it's a very good point she makes. Not just at Temu, but anytime, really anything you buy, but especially anytime you buy from some place you're not intimately familiar with. Sometimes the clothing, when it's stored or when it comes off of the machinery used to make it, they might have some chemicals on there or some kind of irritant, like a powder or whatever. They put stuff on there to keep it fresh, to kill bugs, all that kind of thing when it's being shipped. To get rid of wrinkles and to kill bacteria and fungus and all that. And you don't want that on your skin. So be sure to rinse it off or wash it.
Temu and give them a chance and, see what they got. I'm also not wearing any makeup. Hi. My cat might be here all the time because she loves her mom.
Amen.
And she's so curious.
Amen.
So I'm also not wearing makeup because I want to try on the makeup items with you guys. Okay. But the first thing I'm going to try on is the burkini, the modest swimwear I got. So here it is out of the package.
Yes, be careful. Okay, so here's the burkini. Top. Okay, we're going to see her put it on in a minute, so I'm not going to pause it too much. If anybody wants me to pause it, let me know.
Comes with like built-in cups to cover your breasts in case the water is cold. You catch my drift. It also comes with leggings with built-in underwear, like how swimwear bottoms do. So built-in liner, I should say. So these are the leggings. Very stretchy. The material is very stretchy. It's like swimwear material. Why is the light so
far, just from what she's showing us, I haven't really seen enough to say one way or the other as far as how it's going to look when she wears it. In the comments, though, we've got one preview here. It is cute on the average size model, says Mouse Toes. Right? The cups might not. I don't know if the cups are going to be in the right place for her, but hey, right?
So bright in here. Okay, that's better.
Yeah, I agreed, Fiona's mom. It was cute for a moment. It was cute for a moment to see the cat, but after a while, eventually it gets a little bit annoying.
These are the leggings. So let's give it a try on, shall we? Yalla. Okay, guys.
Okay.
So
first off, the price. I have to remark that is what feels to me. I'm not somebody who goes shopping for a lot of bikinis, but just from what I'm familiar with, the cost of clothing, that seems like a really good price for this. What's really more like an outfit than a swimsuit, really, when you consider that there's two full pieces to it, and I think the hood is another piece. I'm not sure, but this is like a multi-piece outfit for less than $20. I'm concerned concerned. I guess I should rather say I question if the quality is going to be adequate. But for that price, I suppose you can only expect so much.
This is the swimsuit with the hijab. Okay.
Hey,
So
welcome
the
in.
hijab was bought separate,
Good to have you tonight.
but here's the swimsuit. This
Oh,
is a 5X. And
Babs, if you've already upchucked, then I'm gonna say go get a bag. Please get a bag because you're gonna need to let some more go as the night goes on. You'll be seeing a little bit more Foodie.
and the biggest size they had. I actually really, really like the way it looks and fits. So
Okay.
yeah, from the side.
I'm gonna say mouse toes. I know that everybody wants to just hear me crack on Chantal, and you're gonna get plenty of cracking on Chantal, but I have to agree. As far as how it could look, as far as other things I've seen her wear, this is surprisingly tasteful. I really expected it to look a lot worse. I'm gonna say it like that. I expected it to look a lot worse. I guess the criticisms I can make, because at Chantal, so I'm going to be a little bit nitpicky. The criticisms I can make is it looks very snug around the belly fupa area, but I think that's going to be the case for most things Chantal buys. But as far as the rest of it goes, like it actually seems to fit her up in the chest, seems to hold her business in. The sleeves look like they fit; they look the appropriate length. I mean, it seems to fit pretty well overall. I mean, now is it going to hold at $18? Do you think it's going to last more than two swims? Or a better question, do you think Chantal will outgrow it before she even uses it twice? Because the way she's been eating, this is already snug. She's going to be sized out of this in a month.
It comes with the leggings and this swim top. And it has built-in underwear and a built-in bra.
Agreed,
And
Fiona's
this
mom.
part unzips here. So
It looks okay.
yeah. Very modest, very cute. I'm actually really pleased with the.
Yeah, it looks a little tight. It does look a little tight. I think the outfit overall, I think it overall is a decent look, but she did say this was the largest one they had. And that's Chantal keeps getting these messages from, she can call it fate, she can call it Allah, she can call it whatever she wants, but somebody is sending her messages that she needs to do something about her health. I mean, this is the biggest size they make, and it's looks pretty tight. It looks about as tight, any tighter, it's going to be too tight.
Temu swimwear. So yeah, I got just an extra hijab with it under cap, but I'll use it for swimming.
Oh,
but
interesting point, Fiona's mom. I didn't consider that. That's an interesting point. If it's depending if the water flows like through it easily, it could pull it up.
the material is kind of
Welcome in,
see-through,
Susie
which
Q.
is not good. I don't know. This one is not as see-through, but yeah, it's not swimwear material.
Camps, that's a good point. Let's go back actually a little bit. It is very snug. I didn't really think about that. But yeah, you're right. Those arms.
Temu swimwear.
And you know what else? I could see it bursting on the shoulder as well. Those seams around the shoulder and around. It's just too darn tight. The more I look at it, the more I realize it's tight. And you know what else? I've pointed this out before, but I think it bears repeating. That I think Foodie has so much trouble finding clothes that fit well because her shape is very penguin-like. And I noticed that. It may sound funny, but it really is. Where she's bigger front to back than she is side to side. Like she's longer than she is wide. Like the distance from her belly button to her butt is wider than the distance from her shoulder to her shoulder.
There. So yeah, I got just an extra hijab.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna hold up too well.
But I'll use it for swimming. But the material is kind of see-through, which is not good.
Fiona's mom, the eating is off crazy, and I was gonna be talking about that. That was what I was planning to talk about, and we probably still will later because I only have so many other things I'm gonna cover. But yeah, Foodie, just in case we don't get to the other Foodie video tonight, her eating is off the charts crazy now. Like she's eating every single meal she's eating is a mukbang type meal. Like she's been doing. Yes, people are gonna say, well, what's new? But it seems like she's doing it even more. And it seems every meal is now really big. Like she used to occasionally have like a normal size meal in between. Now every meal is so big and so fattening and so much fast food. she's got to be gaining over a pound a week at this rate. And now her health just keeps getting worse. Now she's injecting the insulin, and she said her appetite is going up. She says her appetite is increasing. She's eating more than ever, and she says she's hungrier than ever. That's very scary to think of.
This one is not a see-through, but yeah, it's not swimwear material. It's just like normal material. So, but that's okay.
Fiona's mom, I think she actually mentions that later. I think she actually mentions that she's bought stuff that she says if it's Asian, it says anything Asian size doesn't fit her. That's something like that.
All right. Now I also got some pajamas, which I did try on.
And
these fit nice.
I love that
they
song.
Were a 5X.
Equivalent of a size 22. I thought it'd be even bigger.
All of the clothes in 5X.
I thought it'd be even bigger. DeVito-esque. Grandma chins. I just hope they hold up through a wash because I think it looks decent on her. And it's just to be a shame if it falls apart quickly. I hope it doesn't. Yeah, somebody else said she might be having some kind of brain damage at this point. I could see that. Foodie's like having serious blood sugar issues around the clock. And she's only recently started taking medication for it.
By the way. So these are just some shorts for lounging around
question.
at home. The material is very comfortable and light.
Welcome to Takes the Cake Fondue. That's such a silly little cake you got there. I agree, Jamie. There's something about it. Foodie feels very like defiant. Like she thinks she's hurting us. Like she's hurting the reactors when she eats junk food. I think that sounds about right. Temu sizes it differently. Okay. Interesting. Yeah. You know what, Susie? I actually did watch one of Sansa's videos recently, and I think that's a good point. Let me bring that up. Sansa mentions that, and I wasn't really being as careful with looking at the timeline, but I think she's right that a lot of her recent videos they're so close together. Her mukbangs, it's like she's doing like 3 in a day now.
Cute little PJs. Yeah, those are the bottoms. I will not be trying those on for you.
And these shorts, not to be petty,
PJs,
but
lights.
I just got to point out these things are like 3 times wider than they're long. They're like a table skirt. You know what I mean? Like they're so much wider than they are tall.
Just some really nice, cute little PJs. Yeah, those are the bottoms. I will not be trying those on for you.
Oh yes, and that's another thing too. Doesn't she look swollen here? Let me get a picture of her when she's got the clothes out of her way so we can see her face better.
I tried them on for my husband and he loves it. He loves the material.
Here, she's going to put her face into the camera in a minute. But you can see, I think she looks even more swollen than normal. In the video Kidney J did where she had all the eye makeup, you could really see the pockets above her eye sockets have gotten so swollen with fat recently. It's like she's got horns over her eyes. Foodie has been...
I like it.
Just getting
like
so big.
PJs.
So big.
Because I love
yes. Oh,
that's
thank you, Fiona's mom. Yeah, her eyes and everything. Just if she has jaundice, she said she had kidney failure, or what'd she say? Early stage kidney failure,
especially
something like that.
In the hot summer. So this is the top.
Oh, let me read this aloud. Well, and by the way, welcome in, Denise W. Denise W says, if you have diabetes, you may experience hyperphagia, an excessive hunger that can occur even after eating a meal. This can lead to hunger pangs and cravings that can be a discomfort. Yeah, Kidney J actually mentioned that in her video as well. I don't know the exact term she used for it, but she did. But I think she also mentioned that, Denise, that the insulin can sometimes stimulate. Or I think she mentioned something different. Actually, she mentioned that insulin can stimulate hunger. But that's interesting, though. With the diabetes, can stimulate hunger as well. So maybe the insulin on top of that is also. Who knows exactly what the cause is, but that could be it. That's very interesting.
Which is short, but the shorts ride high, so it covers. But even if it doesn't, so what if you're at home? So very nice. And yes, it does fit perfectly.
Ooh, you know something, Detective Cochise? That's actually not a bad explanation.
Yes, it does fit.
Because look when she turns her head sideways. I think she's wearing a different hood, because this one looks a little bit tighter on the bottom, and it might be pushing her face forward a little. Oh, you got a little bit of a hair showing. You got a little bit of a hair showing. Not that I care, but
and the clothes come in these nice little zipper bags, so you know, if you want to return them, you can do so. Which they do have free returns. Okay, so I'm gonna try on this shirt dress.
That's wild.
That I got. So it's kind of big to show you in the camera.
Interesting, Jamie. I guess it depends. Maybe it depends which type of steroid, because I know that some can, but I don't know what kind Foodie's on. So I guess it, who knows, who's to say for sure, but I know steroids can also cause swelling. So maybe she's on some kind of a steroid as well.
But it's a shirt dress. I like the color. I do have a green hijab I can wear with it. So I'm going to try it on. Let's go. Actually, I'm just going to try it on over my shirt because it is kind of big.
I'm going to speed this up just a little bit because she was talking very fast in the beginning, but I feel like she's talking just a little bit more slowly now. Okay, this here fits pretty badly. $6 for a dress? Hold on. Now, $6 for a dress. What kind of dress can you get for $6? If this thing holds up for even one wash, I'd be surprised. Yeah, $6? That's whatever. I mean, I'm not that I'm so rich I'm going to make fun of people who have to save money, but I mean, I just have a feeling that you can't be getting that you're not getting a very good dress for that price. But even regardless of the price, regardless of the quality, this fits terribly. Look at this. It's like, look how loose and bunchy it is up above the waist, like around the chest and around the shoulders and the collarbone and above the belly. It is just really bunched up and loose. But then look, it's tight around the upper arms, but it's loose on the sleeves. This just could not fit any worse. This is like the worst fitting thing I've ever seen. Look at this. Look at this. It's tight on the arm here. It's loose on the sleeves are too long, and it's loose around the shoulders, but it's still snug around the arm. This thing could not fit any worse.
Now, it's underneath, but it's pretty big.
Yes, and welcome in, Nancy. Good to have you tonight.
The material is like light t-shirt material for the summer. So, yeah, it's comfortable, you know.
Oh, really, Detective? Do you take testosterone injections? Because I've heard those can be very helpful.
Oh, and it's not see-through.
And by the way, just for anybody watching, I'm not an expert on the subject, but I do know a little bit. I know that there's different kinds of steroids. There's the kind that are steroids are essentially modified hormones, but there's the anabolic steroids, that we think of that like athletes use, and maybe Detective Cochise is referring to here. And then there's the other kind, which are like anti-inflammatory steroids, like cortisone and things like that that people take. So kind of two different families of drugs.
So I don't have to wear something underneath it. So I like it. It fits, and it's light material. Now, I find that depending on the clothing piece, the piece of clothing.
Yeah, I like the colors too, but yeah, the stripes don't look good and it fits terribly. But I like the colors. Yeah, the fit is just horrible. It's like everything about it is.
Everything is like, as for fit to like, does the size, is it true to size? I would say yes, but it also depends.
Well, it is. I do know that they have testosterone. I know that now they offer testosterone replacement. I know a few people who've taken it. I've actually looked into it myself. I haven't really, I'd be interested to see if I could give it a try one of these days.
Depends on what the material is, what you're ordering, but generally everything that I've tried fits. Look out for
interesting. Kenny J. Kenny J's got some details here about the steroids. Corticosteroids like prednisone make you hungry and puffy. It's a miracle drug, but side effects are unpleasant. I actually think I did take that once, and it did make me feel. It made me feel ill. It made me feel like not good. Yeah, she's gonna wear stuff under it too. That's gonna make it even more bunchy and ill-fitting.
Asian sizes, because those are usually made
Oh,
small.
who was it who mentioned Asian sizes?
What you're ordering, but generally everything.
Somebody, I forgot who it was in the chat, but it mentioned Asian sizes, but she talks about them right here.
That I've tried fits. Look out for Asian sizes, because those are usually made small. And they do say that on the
A little bit, yeah.
site if it's an Asian size. So the last piece of clothing I got was this, and I want to say that I just wanted to try a few things before I did a huge order and have to return them. It's kind of a pain. So yeah, I'm just gonna get a few things. If I like them, I'll probably get more. But these clothes were actually like really affordable. I'll try to put the prices on the.
I mean, the prices were crazy low, but again, I mean, the fact that Foodie doesn't wash her clothes is probably the only way they're gonna hold up.
Things that I show you, okay? So this is another
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
dress type of shirt, like tunic, I think it's called. This is more of a thin sweater material, which I thought it was just like shirt material, but it is pretty thin. So I think it'll be okay. Let me try it on for you guys.
Okay, this does not fit very well either. It's not, the fit is not as bad as the other one. It's not as bad as that other one, but again, we have the same thing where, and actually now that I'm looking at this, I'm starting to get an idea of why this occurs. I think that, see how this waist is cinched in a little bit? I think that's why it's so bunchy up top, because Foodie can't pull it low enough. I think that's the same thing that happened with the other dress, where she was not able to pull the dress low enough to stretch out the material above the waist, where it's too loose and bunchy. And again, she's got the same thing here, where it's very loose in the shoulders and the sleeves are too long, but at least the sleeves are not too tight this time. But the rest of it doesn't really, and look how big the neck is. I mean, it's off-centered, so maybe that's making it look bigger than it is. But yeah, this doesn't fit well either. But even though it doesn't fit well, it at least covers, like Kidney J said, it covers the fupa balls. So if I had to choose between Glitter&Lazers kind of not fitting well, where everything is too tight and too revealing, or Foodie's kind of not fitting well, where everything is too bunchy and bulky, I'd much rather take Foodie style. Much rather have to look at that.
So it is very comfortable, and it's made, I find, a bit big. Excuse me. Okay. I won't ignore you. I promise. Okay, I'm coming.
Gunny sack.
Mom, you're ignoring me. You like my sweater? You like my
I agree,
sweater?
Fiona's mom. I agree with that. And even though I think this green cover she's got here, this green dress, whatever, it doesn't fit especially well, I do like the color on her. I think these single colors help a lot.
Yes, you like my sweater. It's actually cinched in, like it divides your body, like, you know, upper here to lower here. And I find with baggier abayas and baggier clothes, it can actually like make you look more dumpy. You know what I mean?
Look at it, Stackish. That is so typical of Foodie. She was talking trash about ALR for wearing dresses as shirts, and now she readily does that herself. Oh, interesting point, Susie. You know something, I totally forgot about that, because Foodie is like, I don't even consider Foodie to be a Muslim woman, to be honest. I don't. I really do just consider her to be cosplaying. So I don't even think about that. But that's a good point. If she was actually like taking it seriously, it wasn't just cosplaying, she should be taking that into consideration. Yeah. Yes, I agree, Fiona's mom. And the way she let Julia walk around in front of the camera, it was a little bit distracting. But I agree that I think she did it more to like show off how much she cares for the cat, when in reality it's just putting on a show. Camps with being a little brutally honest.
Like shapeless.
Oh, here we go. Foodie's face is more zoomed in here. She does look swollen to me today, more so than usual. I know that she's looking swollen every day because she's getting bigger, but again, it could just be the tighter head covering maybe, but I think she looks bloated a little.
So, okay. You want to say hi? Woo! Say hi to the people. You, baby girl.
Agreed, Rosebud. Oh, and actually, let me posit that question to the chat, and let me get your opinions on this, because this is, and I understand that it's tough when you're bigger, because your size fluctuates sometimes. So you don't want to buy a bunch of clothes, because what if you gain weight? What if you lose weight? So I can understand that. I can understand not wanting to have, you know, where you don't want to buy a million things in one size. But Foodie, I think she really should consider getting some stuff tailored, because she's at a size right now where nothing off the rack is going to fit her properly. because she does have a very round shape. And I think getting a few things that fit would be a lot better than getting 20 disposable dresses off from Temu. Yeah, very, very much takes the cake. Oh, if you could, I didn't know she could do that. If you could do that, yeah. It could just be from the gaining weight that she's gotten big.
So that's what I like about this. So I'm going to keep
Could
it
be
on, I
water
guess, for
bloating.
the remainder of the show. Now for footwear, juice.
Fiona's mom, I think that's very sweet of you. Do you think that Smee really believes, like, do you think Smee even thinks it's possible, or do you think she just kind of is over it? Because I agree with you. Like, if Foodie was my loved one, I would at the very least be giving her a stern talking to, saying, "What the heck are you doing to yourself?" So I couldn't just be standing by and watching without at least saying something. And yeah, it's hard to believe, Detective. And like a few people have suggested that she might even be experiencing some brain fog and possibly even damage from all the health issue complications. And who knows? It could be.
It doesn't work. Excuse me. For in the house, my kitchen shoes, yes, I have kitchen shoes, are very like worn out. But these are just for around the house, I guess. They're very like cheap, but they feel soft. They have a cute like. No, you're still the cutest. You're still the
Okay,
cutest.
this thing with the cat thing, I agree with Fiona's mom saying, where at this point, I think she's intentionally, because everybody remember, this isn't a live. This is an edited video. So her choosing to leave in all this playing with the cat, I think she's doing this just to make it look like she really cares about the cat. When we all know that she couldn't care less about Julia.
It is. Okay, over here. Come on. Move your booty. Let me try them on.
It's possible. I mean, they got to get fed up with her at some point.
They're very comfy.
Oh, we can finally see Foodie's feet. And they look swollen. They look very swollen. The fact that the top is covered and her entire ankle, I think that's on purpose. She made sure for her. Let me take off my little things so you can get a better look. Actually, no, you can see it just fine. But yeah, her foot looks so swollen. Her foot looks so swollen, and it looks a little discolored as well. It looks kind of blue. Her toes, like it just, like it looks like she has a lot of issues with the circulation down there, and that's something to be concerned about. We all joke about feet issues for Foodie, but that's looking bad. Foodie, be careful, please. If you care about your health, if you care about yourself at all.
Size 39 in feet. Euro size, so they are pretty comfy. Wow.
I'm super mad.
I don't know if this is a joke or if you're serious, but either way, I like it.
I did film this part already, but mid-filming, somehow I turned my mic off. I don't know
That makes sense.
what happened. So the unpackaging of these things is not going to happen again on the video. But anyway,
I'm sorry to hear that, Fiona's mom. I'm going to say a prayer. I hope that you get some good news on your family, and your stepson there. That's very it's very unfortunate to hear that. That could be the case. Sometimes people have enough.
I tried these on. They fit very nice, but they're a little big because they're a size 40. I don't know why I got a.
Like, maybe we can get some hearts in the chat for Fiona's stepson. Hopefully, I mean, let's hopefully get some good news there.
Size 40. I'm a 39, but they're very comfortable. It's like walking on air, kind of.
Thank you, Jamie.
Nervous, my mic is going to turn off. So yeah, so these so far are
Welcome in Spooky Views.
Comfy. So I'll just make sure to wear socks with them, and they won't be as loose. But they're very cute, and they give the Skechers a run for the money for a fraction of the price. So yes, they do look good. So I also got this peach. It looks like Too Faced knockoff. Peach moisture, peach and sweet schmexy lip color.
All right, let's try to get something a little more silly here. So anyway, so Foodie she got these shoes. I have no opinion on these shoes. I mean, for $15, they look perfectly fine. She said they're a little bit big. The same thing with the slippers. For the price, they seem perfectly fine. Let's look at this makeup she got. She purchased. Now, for this price, I'm a little bit. I know that when you know, buyer beware, but with cosmetics, I think you need to be a little bit more careful because you're putting that stuff on your body. It's getting on your mucous membranes. It's getting, wow, look at her skin here. You can really see her skin's broken out in this picture. Like the filters are not filtering here. But regardless, yeah, cosmetics. I think cosmetics are something where you should spend a little bit more. I'm not saying you should spend hundreds and thousands of dollars on cosmetics because I know some people do that. And if that's, you know, if you could afford it, spend on what you want to spend it on. But I think that spending a few dollars, you can justify that because I mean $1 that's so inexpensive. I'd be surprised if that's even, you know, safe or tested or anything
Face
like that.
knockoff. Peach moisture, peach and sweet schmexy lip color. So I do have a bit of remnant on
No, I
it
get
when
you,
I was
Fiona's
filming
mom.
the
No
volume.
problem.
There's a slight peach scent. It is moisturizing. I'm just done with matte products. I don't like them. So yes, this is the peach.
Yeah, agreed, Camps. Foodie's getting bigger every week. That's the other thing where I believe the only reason Foodie's buying these clothes is because she outgrew too many of her other clothes. Foodie's not somebody who, I mean, once you get to a certain size, you don't really buy clothes for fashion anymore. I mean, I guess if you have enough money and, you know, and time, anybody, you could still try to be fashionable. Once you get to a certain size, it's more about just finding stuff that fits and that's comfortable. And Foodie is certainly past that size and she's getting bigger. So when she buys more clothes, it's only because she needs them. It's not because she wants to try on a new style. At least I don't think so.
Lip gloss I got from Temu. It is like a gloss, but like with a light tint, but it does stain your lips pink. So yeah, and there's like a light peach smell. But I like it.
Agreed,
It's
Mouse
okay
Nose.
for the price. Yeah. Now this, you're gonna laugh at me. Snow bleach.
Excellent point. Okay, Camps. Here's the bleach we were talking about. Yeah, the makeup, cosmetics. You spend it. I'm not telling you again. No point wasting money, but it's okay to spend more than $1 or $2 on cosmetics. I can believe that, Mouse Toes. I've heard the same thing that tailors. There's a lot of excellent tailors in the Middle East and also in parts of Asia. And that's a good question, Jamie. Yes, exactly. Fiona's mom. It gets into the mucous membrane. It gets into the pores of the skin. It really it matters.
Now, as you can see on the cover,
Okay, so again, this is body bleach. Before she's going to explain exactly what it does. But again, $1.21. Let her tell you what this does.
wherever there's chub rub, if you're a bigger girl, I don't know, you know the struggle. Wherever there's chub rub, there's going to be a bit of discoloration, like a darker color to the skin, where the sun don't shine and the air doesn't get to very often. So I'm going to try this for that area, like the chub rub areas, to see if it works. It just bleaches the skin a bit. So yeah, you can put it.
Hey, detective, that's not the worst problem though, right? It's like having to get a new belt or something. It's a bittersweet problem.
It's in your armpits, near your private areas. So yeah, that's what I got. I'm going to try that out. I also got a mascara.
Oh, very nice.
Well, just see, I usually use Lash Princess, but it's all dried out.
Okay, so Foodie here, I'm going to just rewind a little bit. So we were talking here about the snow bleach. So like Camps was joking about bleach. Foodie, can I borrow that bleach and put it in my eyes after the fashion show? Especially you got Glitter&Lazers coming up later, so I really need some of that bleach. But yeah, she says that this is going to go into her most near, not into. She's going to go near or on some of her most intimate areas, and it's bleach or a bleach-based product, which is something that's relatively caustic, and it's extremely inexpensive. And I just feel like if you're going to be putting something in your nether regions, it's okay to spend more than $1 on it. So yeah, she's putting this questionable brand bleach down.
Oh, yeah. You can put it in your armpits, near your private areas. So yeah, that's what I got. I'm going to try that out. I also got a mascara.
Ah, Nutty, good advice.
We'll just see. I usually use Lash Princess, but it's all dried out and finished. So we'll
Agreed, Stackish. It's closing the door after the barn, closing the barn door after the cow ran out.
see what this is like in black color. I think it's waterproof. So yeah, I got a mascara. I got some faux mink lashes. They look pretty intense. But yeah,
Since you're washing out the box. It's for cleaning the box. That's what she's saying. The talc-free powder, right? For keeping it dry. Right. It's become all the influencers are doing it. Foodie's just keeping up with the trend with all the other influencers.
I find my eyes are so beady these days. Hi.
Her eyes are so beady these days. You know why her eyes are beady? Because her eye sockets have filled in. Her eye sockets have completely filled in. That's why her eyes have shrunk.
I got some waterproof lash adhesive. So yeah, I'm gonna give lashes another try.
And again, she's putting mascara. That's going right near your eyes. Yes, you try not to get it into your eyes, but sometimes it's going to get into your eyes. It's right near them. Especially if you maybe cry, or if you rub your eye with your finger, or if you get sweaty or anything. Who knows? Anything could happen that could cause it to get into your eyes. That's why you buy the more expensive brands, or I shouldn't say more expensive, but you buy quality brands that are tested to be safe for that use. She has no clue what's in that bottle. That could be, ink in there for all she knows. I mean, hopefully it's going to be safe, and usually it is, but it could be tainted. There could be just some bacteria in there or something that, is not even intentional. They don't even know is in there.
I got some cute sockies for the shoes. I don't usually wear socks, but the last time I went walking, she's just gonna drip it, and with my Skechers with no.
She's just gonna drip it down her belly.
No socks. I got bad blisters, so lesson learned. They have cute little smiling faces on them.
Agreed, Fiona's mom.
And they're ankle socks.
I agree. That's something I think that you should leave it to the professionals. And if anybody does feel that's something they'd like to do, buy some, go and spend a little extra money and make sure you get some good quality product for that. That's something I think is worth the few extra dollars.
I have some green ones to go with my new shirts, pink, brown, and white. I also got a beach ball for the pool. She
got a beach ball. What is that? I'm just trying to think. It's like funny. The beach ball. It looks like her. I'm trying to think. Is that so Sarault can have a replacement for her if she goes away? You can put some lipstick on it,
or when it cools down a bit, or the beach for the beach. Good exercise, fun to play in the water.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to laugh.
Blow up beach ball. And I got Temu hair fibers.
And she got Temu hair fibers. She is going. Yes, folks. I hope you all tuned in for this. I didn't even know this. Okay, so Kiss is apparently a good brand. That's a good point, Detective Coachie. She might have glaucoma issues or something too. Well, that is a fair point, JB, and that is true. People don't. I mean, for anybody, you don't realize how easy it is to get your fingers dirty. Anything you touch, but Foodie especially doesn't seem to do enough washing. Sarault doesn't like it bleached. He likes it with some stank on it. Welcome in, Alizu. She's got bleach. She's got booty bleach or body bleach, whatever you want to call it. And now she's got hair fibers as well. She is maybe she's planning to film a porn with Sarault. I don't know. You're asking the wrong person, Detective. I don't even know if they're allowed to answer that question.
Where's the other thing I got there? I'm trying to improve my hair because the back is totally normal and long. The front is thin, as you know. So I got dark brown hair fibers. Building fibers, they look like they're the same ingredients as.
I have no clue with the beach ball. I mean, the beach. She practically is a beach ball.
Topic. They're so expensive. Topic. This is super cheap. So let's see how it goes. But my husband hates hair fibers. He likes to touch my head.
Her husband hates the hair fibers, but I'm going to put them on anyway. Does that sound like somebody who is having a physical relationship with their husband? He hates the hair fibers, so I'm going to wear them. What?
And he doesn't like when the transfer gets on his fingers. But Anyway, I say just touch the back of my hair.
That's what it feels like, doesn't it? It feels she's gonna bleach herself. She's getting new clothes. She's growing her hair out. Like this is like a whole. She's like got an entire glamour program.
So yeah, so I got that. I also got this. We'll see how this goes, but it's like a little hair piece.
Oh wow!
Like a little.
I think there is a retinopathy. I think that is a condition, diabetic retinopathy. I'm not sure, but I think I've heard of that.
A wig, and it has a clip on. It's like for the crown of your head.
She's got a clip on fringe. She's gonna clip it straight onto her head. Cool. And you know, I just want to point out, I am not against people getting all kinds of beauty products and things like that. Get what you enjoy. It's okay to have, you know, to make yourself look a certain way if that's what you enjoy. I think that's cool if you enjoy it. But Foodie is chasing the, you know, she's closing the door to the after the horse has already run out of the barn here. This is too little too late.
So yeah, so with that and the hair fibers and some hairspray, hopefully that will make my hair look, you know, thicker, fuller, but it does match my hair color. This is like the color of my hair. So, okay. And I got these. I really needed these. These are just bobby pins.
Seriously, Nancy, I agree. Like if she's serious, if this is to seduce Salah, get a freaking wig. Not that I think it's going to matter, but if she really wants to like change, you know, give herself a hairstyle without having the natural hair to do it, get a wig. The fibers are not like they don't seem to be a very effective solution.
Oh, you know, to tie hijabs here, to tie them to your clothes, you need a lot of these bobby pins if you're a hijabi. So they have black and silver, and they were dirt cheap.
Oh, she tried.
I also got some wax strips because sometimes I get.
I was not aware of that. So she tried one before and she didn't even like it. So why the heck did she even get one? And of course, wax to wax her lip. Well, hey, you got to do what you got to do with that.
Hair here, a couple hairs that return here. They're very.
I think it's pretty interesting that the lip wax is three times as much as the booty bleach, 3 times as much as the mascara, and half as much as the dress. Why are the wax strips so expensive? And why is everything else so cheap?
Very stubborn. So I got some wax strips to wax the hair off. Probably cry like a baby, but whatever.
I think that's a good point, Fiona's mom. I agree with that. I know that sometimes people do that. I don't know if Foodie thinks it's going to work, but I think she would at least give it a try.
And last but not least, I got a brush because I don't have a brush. I use a comb, and so just one brush. It's easier to get through the knots in your hair. So yeah, I took out everything out of the package already, and I'm so mad that it didn't record I turned my mic off. I don't know. But anyway, so I have a brush as well. So overall, I would say I'm very impressed with the quality of the Temu products so far. If you guys like the hauls.
All right. So Chantal, this was a really funny haul to see. Chantal is decided that she's going to glam herself up. She's going to get all beautified for Salah with the hair fibers, the booty bleach, and the burkini. This is going to be a really interesting
and want to see more, please like this video and leave me a comment with your opinions on the stuff. And yeah, I'll try on the makeup in the future and let you guys know how it goes. I just tried the lip gloss on, but it's very light. It is moisturizing and it tints your lips. So I think it's really pretty cool for the price, you know. So yeah, I think Temu is very affordable. The clothing is, you know, it fits well. So I'm very surprised.
She says it fits well. That's not true, Foodie. That is not true. The clothing did not fit well. Okay. So I think that we're going to go on to the ALR video. We have another Foodie video we can watch later, but I want to break it up because I think the Foodie stuff's a little bit played. Yeah, you know, yeah, and agree. Why not focus on your health at least a little bit instead of buying Temu to cover up how your that's such a good point. She's trying to cover up that her health is failing. Her hair's falling out. Her skin is getting bad. Nothing fits. So instead of trying to improve her health, to improve her appearance naturally, she's trying everything she can to conceal the issue. And that's not good. Yeah, agreed, Mouse Toast. Sitting this close to the camera made it really hard for her to show us anything. She's going fishing again. She's going to go starfishing. Yeah, agreed, Fiona's mom. And why is she eating Salah's food all the time? Like, if that's really Salah's food, that's not cool. Like, that's kind of a rude thing to do. And if it's not really Salah's food and she's just lying, then that's not good either. All right. So I want to catch up a little bit on ALR. I have not really caught up on her in a while, so maybe you folks can help me catch up. Last time I checked in with her, ALR had a new girlfriend, Tommy, and they were going to be moving in together. This was going to be like a big serious thing, but apparently they had some kind of a breakup because people on the internet looked into her personal life. Well, anyway, ALR is going to tell us all about it. So let's share it. Let's see what's going on. Apparently, she's got some interesting stuff going on in her life here with a feeder. Yes, apparently there's a feeder. This is apparently interesting, and she's going to break down in tears. So let's watch this. Oh, and I got this video from Orange Queen. Let me post a link to Orange Queen. Excellent channel. I use her videos sometimes.
Here and have a good time.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, they saw my tum-tum.
The moon landing didn't happen.
Oh, the moon landing? That didn't happen. I promise it didn't. I would bet like all of my money.
Oh, sorry, I heard it.
Hey girls, how you doing? So apparently they broke up already lol. Let's get into the shit show.
Hi guys, I look like crap because I feel like crap.
Okay, so this is the video where she talks about the breakup. And if anybody wants to share some extra details to help clue me in, because I'm learning about some of this as you folks are. I've done a little bit of research, but some of the recent stuff is hard to keep up with because it feels like a lot's been going on with Amber, this relationship drama recently. Oh, I also saw apparently there's a person named Valentine. She's got yet another girlfriend that she might be seeing. She's got like 3 new girlfriends or something. Yeah, we're gonna see we may see the tears. We'll see in a minute, right?
You look like how you always look, Gore.
Really don't even know what to say, but like you guys don't know the full story at all, and I think that's like the hardest part of this whole thing is like there is a big part of this story missing, but I'm never going to sit there and talk about other people's personal things because that's not me, that's not who I am.
That's true, we don't know the whole story, but what we know is that Tommy is a feeder and her ex who was just like you died from it. We don't need to know more, Gore.
Because of this, me and now my ex, we're not.
Oh, thank you, Fiona's mom. I do not, but I will check them out. I appreciate it. Speculation Station. Yeah, if anybody else wants to check them out as well, that's fine by me. I'm always looking for more ways to get more info on what's going on here. So I have some decent info, but I'm interested to get it double checked. It looks like it is a tattoo at this point. Like you can barely, it's like so tight on her neck.
Together anymore, and this has left her like debilitated. Like literally, like.
Oh, is that what people think? That Tommy and Valentine are the same person?
Calling
Okay.
your ex after 1 month of talking and texting is crazy. But I am positive that she is doing the same shit she did with Feline. They are still together, but she will pretend that they broke up just to make people shut up. And what did
I think that's a possibility as well.
She was in a public relationship with her obese Gore, and they were sharing intimate photos. So why is she suddenly debilitated over this?
Yeah, let me mention that for anybody who's not aware. So apparently, Tommy and Amber were talking, and Tommy was some kind of a feeder apparently. And when this came out and people revealed this info and everything, now Amber and Tommy have broken up apparently because she couldn't handle the publicity, and now Amber's blaming the internet. So yeah. Hey, welcome to Jamin. I feel so bad. How will I ever excuse myself? Did they say Victor?
He's literally one of the greatest people, and it's like
yes, Tommy is literally one of the greatest people.
Over this.
Like she's literally one of the greatest people, and it's like to see people say things that are not true at all. Like it's not surprising. That's literally what people do. That's literally what we do. We make up lies. That's literally what we do. And she's not. I love the fake crying. Done my whole freaking YouTube career.
Gore, what is not true? She is a feeder, point blank period. So stop gaslighting us and just say that you don't care that she is, and you just want someone who cares about you. And what makes her so great? Amberlynn is so stupid she literally says this about anyone she meets for 10 minutes.
And for these people to act like they care about me now, yes, I know there are thousands of you who love me and support me and want to see me happy, and I appreciate those messages.
This is so fake when she does this stuff where she acts like, oh my goodness, everybody. Oh, okay, I get that. Where they show the 2 pictures that are the same. Yeah, I know that one. Oh, no problem, Freedom Deep. Well, glad you came by. Hey, no problem. I hope you enjoy it.
Like you guys have no idea. Like I feel it. But all of these people who act like they care about me and they're worried about me, bull.
Okay, as far as all the people acting like they care and stuff, I can't speak for all them, but nobody hates Amber, at least
Bull. Like, you guys
Yeah,
have
like you.
never wanted to see me happy.
Who is out here pretending they care about you? They simply just did the research and exposed your new goal, that's it. We actually would love to see Tommy in your videos, and you can embrace your true self for once in your life.
There are so many of you who love to see me miserable.
I agree with Orange Queen on that one, where if Tommy is a feeder, I mean, it is what it is. But to argue and fight with the people and try to blame us and say that we did something wrong because we found this out, I don't like that.
And you're getting that. You won again.
Yeah, agreed.
You literally won
Agreed.
again.
I don't hate her. I just
The
don't like
drama
her.
lol. What did we win? We wanted a new character because you were too boring alone, so we all lost. You lost a feeder who wanted to see you bigger, and we lost seeing that.
Happening is not.
Well, I don't know if I wanted to see her get any bigger, but I totally agree, though, about the losing out on the feeder part.
Okay.
So let me put on the other video, because I just wanted to introduce this, but I have a second Amberlynn video, which I think is a little bit more, which is a more recent one. So after all of this recent drama with her about Tommy, let me show you now the more recent video. 1 second here. I'll let this play while I plug
Like,
the
it's
other one.
not. And this is the very fucking reason. Ruining my life. Like, truly ruining my life. I have pathetic. I shouldn't have to stand here and do
Okay, let me share this one. All right.
this. Like, I honestly feel pathetic. I feel triggered. I feel just like YouTube is ruining my life. Like, truly ruining my life. I have had some serious highs and I've had some serious lows. But something
Welcome in,
about
Javaid.
everything that's been happening.
We won. We defeated the ALR monster. We defeated the
It
girly
has
pop.
hit different. It has affected me differently than anything else ever has. And seeing what a large chunk of whatever this community is doing,
Welcome in, Ifista. Hope you're having a good night.
seeing what you guys are doing has made me just not want to do YouTube anymore. That scares me because that means I'm about to drastically change my life if I choose to take a step back.
Hey everyone! Amberlynn just also gives up proof that Valentine was real.
Okay, so apparently this new video that she does apparently shows us that Valentine is real. Do you think that it shows that? Let's see it.
Let's take a look.
I told myself I would never talk about this to protect myself.
Well, thank you, Ifista. Yes, please.
Because it is scary because there's a lot that goes in it, but like if I can somehow prove that I'm not lying, then I'm going to do that. I shouldn't have to. People don't really know what they're talking about.
Amberlynn has to prove she's not lying about this one. Does she or does she not? I think she does have to prove it.
But I feel like in the situation,
And by the way, let me also talk a little bit about the feeder thing for a second. Does anybody else like not that upset that Amber was dating a feeder? Like I just feel personally that Amber doesn't have that many options as far as who when you get to anybody, when you get to that size, if the person you're dating is not interested in somebody big, why would they date somebody big? And I guess yes, there's a difference between being a feeder and liking people who are heavier, liking the look of somebody who's heavier. But I have a feeling there's a lot of overlap.
situations that have been happening recently, there is a lot of
It doesn't
slander.
bother me either, Elisa.
There is a lot of defamation. Like there's a difference between like gossiping versus like,
Oh, that's interesting though. See, I wasn't aware of that, and I knew Amber had been doing a little bit better. She had been, she wasn't gaining. She was drinking. She was going to play bingo with her mom and all that, but overall she was doing okay. But yeah, if she quit the Ozempic when she started dating this feeder lady, that's possible.
downright, straight up defamation, lies, completely making
Welcome in,
up
Tucker and Friends.
stories that aren't true at all.
She brings this on herself. She knows exactly what will happen if she shares any amount of info on her love life, but she still chooses to give us bits and
Oh,
pieces.
let me actually share where I got this video from too. This is from, let me get the page name one more time. This is from the Fupa Tales.
pieces. Then, when she does a full girlfriend reveal and things get crazy, she comes back crying. It's like this is all for views at this point.
I really don't want to.
I totally agree with that. Where this whole thing, like you all are saying here, I'm in agreement with you. I don't especially care if Amber dates a feeder. I just wish she would be straight up about it, right? And I wish she would, if she is breaking up with this person, all right, it is what it is. But it doesn't make sense for her to break up over what? The internet finding out? Why did you reveal your relationship if you were going to get so upset when people talked about it?
I stand here and cry and be whiny. I don't want to do any of that because I do take partial
Hippieista, I have no clue because I have so much trouble filling out paperwork myself, and I don't think I'm an idiot. I think I'm reasonably smart, and I have a lot of trouble filling that stuff out. So yeah, it is. It feels like you need a degree in that.
credit into all of this. Years ago, I became a fucking troll, a huge troll. I almost asked for the negativity.
Amber used to be a huge troll. She used to troll the audience. Now she's sincere.
Especially like 2019, 2018, 2017. I almost asked for it. Any attention was good attention for me.
Oh, no
even
problem,
if
buddy.
it was bad, even if it made me feel like shit. But as someone who's going to be 34 years old, I regret that.
She regrets okay, feels so fake to me. This feels so darn fake. And this is why I think when Amber is at her most interesting, when she's putting on this big indignant show of how, well, you know, I did this and I did that and I've changed, and everything is so dramatic. Okay, so let's say for a second that even if what she's saying here, I'll take her at face value, that she used to quote unquote troll the audience. Big freaking deal. What trolling? What did she do? Like intentionally mispronounce things just to bait people? That's not such a big deal.
That side of me, but we do shit in our 20s that we unfortunately, it's like this is just staying with me. As much as I grow up, as much as I try to change, whether that just be in my personal life or on YouTube, you guys won't change with me. You guys aren't changing with me.
Yeah, she was trolling us, because it was just a thing she did when she was younger. But we're too immature to grow with her. She's grown up. She doesn't troll anymore. Like, why can't we grow up with her? She's growing. Why can't we grow?
I'm just like stuck in this weird.
Fiona's mom, like, I didn't even realize that for a second, but you're right. This is actually this is two separate layers. She's showing us, she's showing some cleavage there.
World, like Amberverse, negative, just like horrible space. And I want
the Amberverse is so horrible. It's a negative space. She's starting to, she really wants to make herself into a victim here. And I just don't see what the reason why she feels so victimized in this case. I'm not going to say that nobody has ever been mean to Amber. That certainly happened, but right now what's going on is nothing. This is nothing. I mean, even if somebody is mean, it doesn't mean you need to cry and get so upset.
to break up with it. I don't want to be a part of it anymore, and I just don't know what to do.
It's not just the trolling Amber. It's the years of straight up lying about anything and everything that has created this community that you despise.
Thank you. Yes, this is exactly what I was saying a moment ago. We'll read this together. Where the reason she is talking about how she was trolling and the community is mean to her and hates her. The so-called trolling she did was not so much trolling. It was just lying and being dishonest. And that's one thing to lie and be dishonest, but it's another thing to want people to trust you at the same time.
Person, but that is simply not true. Look at the choices you are making. Because I am not seeing it.
Stepping away from any sort of job is hard, and it takes time and thought, and you need to figure out, like, okay, so if I step away, what are my next steps? I have to figure that out. I need to do it in private, but that's not what this is about.
Oh,
YouTube
wow.
isn't going to be
Fiona's mom, I'm not going to get into that whole swamp, but I will say this, that Amber is somebody who I feel like everything she says is up for debate. I mean, not for debate, but I say everything she says needs to be verified. That's a better way to say it. I feel like I want to see some, proof when she says something. Although not everything can be proven, but in general, I I'm a little
everything.
skeptical.
So I want to lose weight so I am able to get a job in the future. At my weight now, there's not many jobs that I could get.
2 seconds later.
Seriously, what are you going to do if/when YouTube falls through? I'm going to apply for jobs.
At my weight now, there's not many jobs that I could get.
Good luck with that.
This is a great edit from the Fupa Tales. Let me post this. Whoops. Let me post this in the chat again.
I'm scared. I'm scared to talk about this. I am. So many of you thought Valentine was fake. That was the biggest thing. Valentine isn't real. Valentine isn't real. And I accepted it for what it was.
I love how she's so angry. She's like, oh, Valentine isn't real. Valentine. Okay, let's say for a second that the people are wrong, Amber, and Valentine is real. Why are you so upset? Who cares? Who cares? I thought you'd be happy. You know, you just said you're upset that people know about your relationship. Now you're upset that people are wrong about your relationship. Make up your mind.
I was like, they don't want to believe me. That's fine. I'm actively having so much fucking anxiety for what I'm about to say. Like, whoo. Valentine's name is Erica, and Erica had a wife. I'm about to reveal screenshots that I could find because this is the only way that I'm going to prove it. Here is me not making time for my friends because
Okay, so apparently this person, her new prospective girlfriend was divorced.
I'm literally always giving every single part of me to Erica. You guys know I struggle with BPD.
Let's read this. I don't want to beg for you to be around if I'm not a priority to you like I used to be. This is, you started dating Erica. So this is Amber talking. Oh, no, there's somebody talking to her. And you literally stopped talking to me almost completely. It's fine. It just makes me sad. I didn't mean to do that. I just give a lot of my energy to her. And then I feel like my social battery is gone, but I'll have to do better because I want you in my life and I want to talk to you and be there for you. This is like such high school level drama. Well, I don't want to beg you to be around, but you started talking to this person and now you ignore me. And
So one of those things is when I get into a relationship, my partner literally consumes me, whether they try to or not. Do you guys remember that night when my mom stayed the night with me?
Detective, like I said earlier, I'm skeptical about everything Amber says until I see some, something I can really sink my teeth into. And so who's to say?
And we colored like children, and people were like, oh my God, they're such children. Yeah, that was when I was breaking up with Erica. Here's my friend.
Let me go back to see.
That night when my mom stayed the night with me, and we colored like children, and people were like, oh my God, they're such children.
Well, Amber does act childlike very often. And it's one thing to be childlike sometimes. It's another thing to be a child. And I think that's the difference why people give Amber a hard time. It's one thing to be a mature person who enjoys kid things. Like, you enjoy some video games or you enjoy, cartoons or something. It's another thing to act trying to think of a nice way to say it. To act immature. Say it like that.
That was when I was breaking up with Erica. Here's my friend Alexis just being Alexis. And to top it all off, here's a screenshot of me telling Alexis that Erica's wife called me while I was at a birthday party.
Okay, isn't Amber the same one who a minute ago said how sick and tired she is of people digging into her personal life and talking about her personal life and how she wants to divorce the internet because they dig into her personal life and it makes it hard for her to have relationships. And now she is doing what? She's giving us screenshots talking about drama for her new girlfriend's ex. This is, what the heck, Amber? You are literally bringing us into the messiest part of your relationship and then complaining that people won't leave you alone about your relationship.
Remember that birthday party I went to when I was outside? It was super hot. It was at a park. It was that day. You guys went from believing Valentine was fake to them believing Valentine was my most recent ex, all for entertainment while actively ruining people's lives.
Actively ruining people's lives? Where did that come in? Where was that? Okay. Now, I don't know. I haven't followed this super closely. So if I'm wrong, somebody please correct me. My apologies if I'm wrong. But what kind of life ruining has occurred? Has anybody attacked someone? Has anybody lost a bunch of money or lost their house or their job? Or has there been any really major stuff going on?
I don't know about you, but a few cropped screenshots aren't really proving anything much to me. Especially after all the fake names you call your girlfriends, and especially after watching Mr. Snowflake's recent video. If you haven't seen it yet, I'd recommend watching it. Why is she coming clean with it now? To distract from the Tommy situation? That isn't going away anytime soon, Pookie.
That is an interesting theory, that she's intentionally revealing this drama from her new, quote unquote, new prospective relationship to distract from the situation with Tommy. But a lot of people think she's still seeing Tommy, which I think makes sense.
Valentine was real. I have never lied. So many times people be like, why don't you ever talk about her? Like, why don't you ever show her?
You know something? I love gaming also, Tucker. I am a big time gamer, and people have made fun of me in the past for it, and now it's sometimes even considered cool by some to be a gamer. But you know what? It's just who I am. It is what I do on the side, and I like to have some fun. But I still like to be a mature adult. At least I try to be a mature adult as much as possible. Right? Is she a homewrecker? If she is, this is interesting. So she admits she's a skank and she's involved in this pointless. Right? I told you this was going to be a good one. I normally don't follow ALR, but this is such messy personal crap that I have to be into it. Oh, wait. Okay. You know what then, Fiona's mom? That's why I gave that caveat about I don't know the full details. So if somebody really did mess with Tommy's job, then that's BS. That's not cool. Whether you like Tommy or Amber, or whether you think it's BS or any of this stuff, don't involve yourself in their personal life. And not that I think anybody here is. I know that people, my chat are a lot more responsible than that. But if anybody is watching it, please don't do that. That's so silly. Oh, thank you, Hannibal. Please, so you will lose weight like Amberlynn, or you're gonna end up getting called by your new girlfriend's ex-wife at your birthday, like Amberlynn. Elise who's gonna chase me down after lunch to steal my lunch money, throw books at me. You don't care if she's real or not. I don't care if she's real or not, but I'm interested.
Why don't we ever hear? Because of this. Still through it all, I have been able to manage a positive outlook on.
I can respect that. If I had to put them in order, and I know I'm going to get heat for this, but my least favorite is Glitter&Lazers, because I think that she is promoting a lot of unhealthy information, a lot of unhealthy misinformation between all the high impact exercise she promoted. The way she claims that it's not possible to the way she acts like, trying to think of the right ways to say it. The way she acts like it's impossible to lose any fat for some people. It's just, I think she's misleads people. The way she's not being open about the surgery center deal she has, the way she didn't tell people about the weight loss medication. I mean, I don't want to rehash it all, but that's why I dislike her the most. But there's certainly a good argument to make for disliking Foodie, the animal neglect, the bringing Natter onto YouTube, the situation with Dee Dee. I mean, yeah, and ALR's got her plenty of her own issues, so I can respect anybody who's got
life. I try my
least
hardest
favorite.
in my real life to be happy and bubbly and positive, but I feel like I'm losing sight of that person. Like the person that I tried.
Oh, yes, Crab Apples. Welcome in, Crab Apples. I think I missed you there. I hope you're having a good night. Well, that's right. I heard that she was a weightlifter. And she was allegedly really strong.
Hard to be. I struggle with BPD. So, everything that I'm feeling is normal, and I know that in my rational side. But, I'm feeling it at a magnitude that, normal people don't feel.
I'm about to be very honest right now.
I'm a liar.
Okay, and I just found something. Apparently, Foodie does not want me to leave her alone. She just put out a brand new mukbang. So I know some of you are sick of Foodie, but I got to cover the brand new mukbang. We're gonna put it on high speed, but let me get that. All right, so I'm gonna let this run for a second. I'm gonna put on the bumper, and then I'm gonna get that brand new mukbang. It just came out moments ago. So we're gonna put this on for a second. 1 second, folks. Oh, wow. And this is a big meal too. This is a big one. This is why Foodie needs to constantly buy new clothes, because she cannot fit in anything anymore.
Hello, Foodie Beauty. Well, hello there. Did you know that you can request a private video? Wait, so if you want it today.
What? Hello, guys.
Wow.
Hello.
Look at the size of that.
Wow.
Look at the size of this mukbang. Look at this. Look at this. This is like the biggest mukbang she's done in a long time. Well, though I got nothing against some cleavage, but if you know, it's not always the most serious look. I'll say that. Right? We respect Fallen Angel. It's you know, we gotta work on that kind of stuff, and you know, acknowledging it and working on it is that's the first step. So totally respect for that. Yeah, I heard that too. That her last girlfriend died. I heard that she's a mom. I wasn't full details about the child situation though. That's true. That's very not cool. I think they have too much salt in their system. They eat too many salty things and they can't leak any water. Really? I mean, Foodie's eyes have like sunken in. There's no room for the tears anymore. Yeah, this isn't a binge. This is absolutely insane. Look at these meal. Look at the sizes. Welcome in, Wooly. Look at the size of this meal. Absolutely. This is the biggest one I've seen in a long time. Oh, I think she probably did put them on. It's a good question, Denise. No, she's not live, but she just put on this brand new mukbang. I mean, is she live? I don't think she is. But I know she just put on this brand new mukbang. Yeah, brand new mukbang. Okay, so let's give this a look.
Wow. So,
no problem.
I have a piece for you.
And before she even starts,
my first meal of the day.
First meal of the day. Her last meal of the previous day. What was the last meal she just ate? She just did a mukbang.
I have Great Steak, one of my favorite places here for fast food. I have an A1 steak sub. It has like vegetables, steak, A1 sauce, cheese. It comes with a free burger. It's like 200 fills for a burger. So I have a cheeseburger.
It comes with a free burger.
With their fries.
Comes with a free burger, folks. Well, it's only actually no, it's not free. It's only 200 fills. Okay, so a 12-inch steak sub, with cheese, a cheeseburger, what looks like a large fries with extra cheese sauce, and what are these? Cheese sticks?
With the leftover gravy and cheese sticks mozzarella. And 7-Up Zero. So Bismillah.
And of course, 7-Up Zero. This has to be like 2,000 calories or more. Let's do some math. Maybe if anybody wants to pull up Great Steak cheesesteak, if anybody wants to look up the calories, I'm going to give an estimate. And I encourage you folks in the chat to make up your own estimates. Actually, I'm going to give you a minute to make up your own estimates, and then I'll give you mine.
Let's have a cheese stick with the marinara.
She could eat it, baby. This is wild. Hippieista, I get you on that. Like my father used to be able to eat a lot. He was never like hugely fat, but he used to be able to really eat sometimes. And he couldn't eat this much at once. I've never been able to eat this much at once. And I've been pretty big, but even at my heaviest, I was never able to eat this much. This is this is crazy.
Oh my God.
Even if she doesn't finish it, this is crazy.
I haven't had mozzarella sticks in forever.
This is easily, let's say, this is well over what a person her size or her height should be eating in a day. A woman her height is supposed to eat what, like 1,400 calories a day, something like that, 1,500, 1,300, depends on the activity. If you get a lot of activity, it's going to be higher. If you get less, it'll be less. This is easily over 2,000 calories.
Lipstick goes on, lipstick goes off. I had leftover.
She's accelerating, Camps.
Why not make that?
Welcome in, middle of nowhere. Yeah, easily 2,000. This is huge. Agreed, middle of nowhere. This is crazy meal.
I wish I could share with you guys.
This could feed a family. 3,500, maybe. Maybe this is so huge.
From Temu.
Welcome in, Dainty Gorilla.
Good quality. The burgers are so good.
Yeah, so she had Taco Bell last night. She had not last night. It was the day before last night. So she took 24 hours off from posting videos, but we know darn well that she did not take 24 hours off from eating. And in the 24 hours before that, she had the poutine and hot chicken. She had the Burger King, or no, she had the Taco Bell, and then she went to the movie theater and had brownies and popcorn and nachos and all that stuff there. So she had and we know she's eating more off camera too. That's just on camera.
I'm enjoying this meal.
Right? Who the heck is that for? Who the heck orders a full-size 12-inch sub and is like, oh man, I could really go for an extra burger? That is a thick sub. And those cheesesteak subs, those are loaded with salt. I had one a while ago and I couldn't even eat it barely. It was so freaking salty. I think it was a different place than this, but it was some place that served cheesesteaks and it was so freaking salty I could barely even eat it.
I love A1 sauce. I used to hate it. Fried onions, mushrooms, peppers. Oh my god.
Right?
It's too good. It's too good.
How much? She doesn't even tell us it's for Salah. She's not even trying to tell us it's for Salah this time.
I used to hate A1 steak sauce as a kid.
She added even more gravy. Oh, that's right, Susie Q. The whole tray of brownies.
Yeah, that and H.
Remember she said the brownie experiment, where she said, oh, I'm going to eat these brownies and see if my blood sugar goes up. And then she was like, yeah, that's what happened.
Sauce. Is HP and A1 the same? I don't even know.
Yes, I didn't even realize that's more cheese. She has 2 kinds of cheese on here. She's got what looks like mozzarella and cheddar or American cheese and an entire cheeseburger. And that looks like mayonnaise or something on there too. Okay, so let's do the calorie estimate. This sandwich has got to be 800 calories, 700 calories. Let's say 700 calories for this big steak sandwich. Let's say this hamburger is another 5. Approximate cheeseburger. Let's say this is 5, 700. These fries are another 400 with the cheese, another 250. So I'm having trouble doing the math without writing it down. We're over 2,000 calories. I'm not sure exactly, but this is over 2,000. This is over 2,000.
Hi. The only thing that can make this meal better is a fountain drink.
Let's look it up. Let's look it up. I'm gonna pull it up. This is called what? The Great Steak Cheesesteak.
Hi.
Okay, it says an original cheesesteak, an original Philly cheesesteak is 557 grams, and the total calories are. Hold on a second, I saw freaking softwares. Okay, let me see this. Original Philly cheesesteak, large, is 840 calories. Wow, I was under 840. And then they have what's called a super cheesesteak, which is 1,380. So I don't know if this is the super or if this is the regular. I'll say this is the regular, but still, that's 840 just for that. Then she's got the burger. The cheeseburger is another 840. Holy crap. I vastly underestimated this one. Holy crap. Mouse Toast said 3,500. I think she might be right. Fries in size. Great fries, large. 930 calories. Cheese fries, 1,040. Holy crap. This is near 4,000 calories.
Aww. She makes me feel so good.
This is the biggest meal I've ever seen. This is like 4,000 calories. If this is the super cheesesteak, this is like 4,000 freaking calories. This is insane.
My cat is like the type of cat who's like super clingy.
Oh, wow. That is Hippie East. I am so proud to hear that. You know, one of these days, I know you're a little shy, but one of these days, maybe you can come on and share a few words about it. I'd love to bring you on, have you chat a little bit, because I think it's awesome that you've had so much success. I'm always interested to hear about that. Yeah, this is absolutely crazy. The fries, Elizu, I underestimated on this.
But I love it.
Oh, okay, that's what it is, mouse toes. I didn't realize that.
I had a friend in high school who had a cat who was like miserable. If you even tried to pet it, it would like hiss at you.
This is the most fattening meal. I mean, and I was going to say that the hamburger looks tasty. I'll give you that. The hamburger looks tasty. I don't like the cheese on the fries, but the fries themselves look okay. I'm not into cheesesteaks, at least not these kind that I've had. I don't. Maybe some can be good, but I haven't had a good one
all time. Like,
Fallen Angel. This is like 3 times. This is more than 3 meals. This is like 3 times a full day's worth of calories. Like a woman who's around 5 feet tall should be eating between 1,200 and 1,600 calories a day on average, depending on the amount of activity she gets. This is over 4,000 calories, I think. This is like 3 times what somebody should be eating in a day. This is like 3 days worth of food.
Your pet doesn't enjoy life. It's a miserable situation.
3 days worth of food. Oh. See, I wish it was 3 meals. This is crazy. I bet those are good. Ibista, when you make a Philly cheesesteak, I'm always interested. I always, what kind of cheese do you use? Because I've heard so many different recipes. I've heard cheddar, I've heard Swiss, I've heard Cheese Whiz, which doesn't sound good to me, but I've heard so many different recipes.
So if you haven't seen my Temu haul, check out my previous video. Right?
This is so much. Even if she doesn't finish this, even if she only eats half, this is still like a full day's worth of calories.
I'm going to be ordering more things.
This is the biggest meal Foodie's had all year. This is her single biggest mukbang all year.
Oh, that would be cool.
Wow.
So...
yeah, and actually it's more thinking about it, hold on, it's even more calories than we thought, because it was 1,040 for their cheese fries, but their regular fries were 930. But then she put her own cheese on top, and she put way more than 100 calories of cheese on there. So that's probably like 1,300. I mean, she's just baking these big old piles of fries. This is just wild. No.
The pickles.
Middle of nowhere. It's scary to see it at this point. Foodie's going to kill over one day. She's just going to fall over eating and just collapse.
The burger.
Fallen Angel, I totally respect that. I understand that. Like, what's something I will not make like fried fried chicken or like anything deep fried at home, because if I start deep frying stuff, I'm gonna end up eating too much of it. So I won't deep fry anything at home.
It came as part of like a combo.
No, it's so like Foodie's days are numbered.
If you get this combo special, you get a burger.
What do they call this? The self-harm combo special? Is that what this is? This is our self-harm combo special.
For like 200 fills.
Provolone.
A buck or something.
Right? She just had nachos and that nasty chicken gravy sandwich.
Oh. Messy.
Let me speed it up just a little bit. It's taking so long to eat. Is she going to finish this whole thing?
So yes.
I think she's really going to try to finish the entire thing. Wow, that's sad to think. Yeah.
Jeez. I don't have anything to talk about.
I get you, Nutty. That's nice though that you make something nice for your son though. I think that's cool. You know, once in a while, have a little treat.
I have no life, right? So.
Foodie, you whatever life you have left is running out, and I'm not even being sarcastic at this point. I don't know how long it is. I mean, it's probably more than another year. But Foodie is on a limited clock because she is getting bigger and bigger and bigger. If she was maced, even if she was maintaining her weight, she'd be in a bad place with her health. But to keep getting bigger, she's going to be Life by Jen version 2. Yeah, poll. That's a good idea. Let's do a poll. What poll on? What are you thinking, Nutty? What kind of poll?
About my opinion.
You think so? Because you know what? You might be correct. Because this was an expensive meal. This was especially because I know that these Western chains are very expensive in Kuwait. She said it was only 200 fils for the burger. But I've got a feeling that she spent a lot on this. This was probably $30, $40 because I know that but Burger King was like $16, and this looks, and this is what 2 or 3 meals worth of food. So this has got to have been well over $30.
The Amberlynn situation. And it basically just said, like,
Fiona's mom, I think I bet it. Oh, that's what the poll I should make. I think it's Nutty means. That's a good question. I think we will do that as a poll. Over under.
And
she finished it as a poll. Okay, yeah, I will do that as a poll first. But let me let it run and make the poll.
I consider her like a friend, like an online friend there. Like we don't hang out or anything, but so if you're watching, Amberlynn, I hope you're okay. You can always reach out to me. I'm not going to gossip about your life. I'm sorry you're hurting. The dip kind of tastes like hairspray. I know there's a lot of like stuff going.
Did she say the dip tastes like hairspray? Did I hear that right?
The dip kind of tastes like hairspray.
What?
I know there's a lot of like stuff going around accusing her ex of being a feeder because of the
Fallen Angel. That is awesome. Everybody, maybe we can get some. I'm trying to think. Hearts, something a little happier than hearts. But I don't know. Thumbs up. We could put hearts too. Let's do something little for Fallen Angel doing so well on her diet. And Hippieista. Anybody who's doing well on your diet. I know Skinny Queen's been doing awesome. I see her in the chat. Skinny Queen, welcome in. That's my friend Sarah Jane. Skinny Queen Reacts. Good friend of the channel. Welcome in. Skinny Queen, glad to have you tonight. Let's get some hearts in the chat for anybody who's doing well on their nutrition program, whether you're trying to gain weight, whether you're trying to lose weight, if you're sticking to your program, you're meeting your goals. Let's get some hearts in chat for you.
That are going around. I'll be honest, at first I was like, I'm not into
Foodie doesn't realize how serious it is because she is truly one injury away from being completely bedbound. Just the other day, I saw her just getting up and going to the couch. She was out of breath. She climbed up onto the couch and hopped, just to show off how I don't know, to show how spry she is. And she looked like she was out of breath just from that little bit of movement. One small injury is all it's going to take.
She dodged a bullet with that, But at the end of the day, I can see she's really affected by it. Like even considering leaving.
Foodie is starting to turn into the Marshmallow Man or the Marshmallow Woman.
And has her comments
Marshmallow Beezer.
So I'm not gonna
lubricated. Welcome in, Melvi. Hope you're having a good night.
talk about that other than
Oh, welcome into anybody I missed. I probably missed a few folks, and welcome into any lurkers, and welcome into anybody watching the replay. Very much appreciated. And if anybody would like to leave a comment, let me know what you think about Foodie's biggest mukbang of the year. Were you surprised to see that it was approximately 4,000 calories? I mean, I'm still having trouble believing that, but that's what the website said. So yeah, anybody else has an opinion on that, let me know in the comments.
Saying now, I feel bad for her.
There you go. That cheers. That's what I should have put in. Cheers. That's better than arts for this.
And based on her last video, I know how I can relate because I can understand how.
Oh yes, Skinny Queen. You got to check that one out. You're gonna be interested in that.
Coming for you and being stuck in this like gore world experience when you.
She is really going to eat all these fries and the burger before she even gets to this. I think she really is going to finish this. I was thinking she might not, but she's not slowing down, and she's almost half done.
Didn't ask to be. When you don't claim it, at the end of the day, she's a real person with feelings. And
Mel Mai is awesome. We like you both. Oh, and by the way, Camps Mel Mai, I know you folks. You have a channel. Mel Mai, you have a channel. I know sometimes you stream, sometimes you post some videos and stuff, and I always forget to give you a shout out. Please post your link if you'd like to post it. And everybody, I encourage you to go follow Mel Mai. She and Camps, sometimes they do streams. They talk about fun stuff. Definitely give them a look. I could see that, Nutty. I think Foodie loves to be waited on. I think she's somebody who enjoys that. She likes to be seen as a victim.
You know, that you find happiness and that you're okay. And again, I'm here to talk to you if you need to.
Skinny Queen, I think that Chantal's Temu hauls are they're funnier, but I think that as far as, I think yours are better, but I think Foodie's are really funny. I got to say that. Foodie's Temu haul was really funny to me, so I think you should check it out.
But
pig's gonna pig.
I don't know.
The hairspray sauce, right? It tasted like hairspray, but it was good. This is a lot of fast food, right? Oh, and also some food stuff. Absolutely.
I'm just going to keep my
maybe a little. I'm going to check that poll in a moment.
I don't know like the full story, so.
Oh, yes, please. Everybody, if you're enjoying the channel, please hit that thumbs up. Let me know what you think.
But I get asked that a lot.
Yeah, she is going to finish this. Like, she is not slowing down. She is got half a sandwich left, and she's got like 5 minutes left on the video.
And people will ask me like,
oh, and anybody wondering, those are the Temu lashes. Does anybody like these? I think these are a little bit too much. These are like, these lashes look very like over the top.
Are you jealous of like the attention she's getting from all this? Amberlynn has always been more famous than me. She's always done better views wise, like quadruple.
She's not slowing down.
Or even 10 times more views than me.
I love it. Yes, please, everybody.
I'm on a little secret.
Be sure to check out Sarah Jane's channel. I think that might be Sarah Jane's Journey, her other channel. If you're not subscribed to that one, be sure to check her out. She does a lot of she does some lifestyle vids on that channel as well.
A big key to happiness is not comparing yourself to others. They say comparison is a thief of joy for a reason, because
that is a really good
comparing yourself to someone else is literally apples.
I think that's the poll I think I'm gonna have to put up in a second. Let me actually close out this poll. I'm gonna put that one up.
And oranges. Like, you can't compare your journey to someone else. You didn't live their life, they didn't live yours. And I'm grateful for whatever I was blessed with on this platform. A lot of people will look at like my channel and not think I'm successful, like think that she only has 5,000.
All right, I'm making up a poll right now.
She only has like less than 10,000 views. She only has 100,000 subscribers. To me, I take out the only. To me, that's great. That's amazing. Like,
All right, just writing on the poll.
So, jealous, no. I'm very happy for people who find success. And I cheer them on.
All right, is this meal normal size
Because
for
if it were me,
Foodie?
I'd want people to do the same.
Yes.
Not be jealous. And give the
Actually,
evil
I can't make the poll in a
You
good
know?
way. I just want to, I can't think of a good way to word the poll where it fits well. So I'm just going to ask you folks in the chat and anybody watching, leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Nutty made a great point here. She said, "Do you think that this is really that much bigger than what she normally eats, or do you think that she just put her backup sandwich on the table for us to see?" What do you folks think? Do you think that this is really that much bigger than what she normally eats, or do you think that she's just letting us see it for once? I think that makes a lot of sense, that she's just letting us see it. Oh, and let me review the answers for the other poll. 94% of you believe Foodie will finish the meal. I think you're going to be correct.
myself, do I have blessings in my life? And the answer is yes. So I have to be grateful with the blessings I have. Life is not a competition. It's a competition against yourself, not other people.
You got to let that ruminate.
That's not how I believe God intended us to live our lives, competing against others for
Agreed, Mouse Toes.
Material goods.
Ooh, stackish. Yes, if anybody forgot about that, Foodie got over 100,000. She bought her subs, or at least it looked like she bought them, because she was stuck at 99,000 for like a year, something like that. And then out of nowhere, she got 3,000 subs in like 2 weeks, and then she's been stuck there forever. So yeah.
It's a very shallow way of living, in my opinion.
Ooh, that's a good theory.
Look at the steak. It's so tender. Mm.
Camps, I think you're right.
So that's how I feel.
She's using that's her loophole to say that she didn't eat all of it. Yeah, that's what she's doing. She's leaving just a little.
I'll always wish her Amberlynn happiness.
Just letting us see it.
And success in life.
I think so.
Because I see her as a human being.
I love how Foodie flexes with that, because I see her as a human being. Are you implying that we don't? And are you implying that people don't see you as a human being? Maybe I'm reading too much into that.
I think she does get a lot of...
And she's getting her sleeves all over like the cheese grease and residue. Look how she's getting her sleeves all over it.
But she does have a lot of people interested in her life. And if they didn't care, I don't think they would be interested. There's also people who just see her as a joke, as entertainment, like they do with me.
I'm not into them. I mean, I think it depends. I think if they're if some women, like if their natural lashes are very thin, I think it can look a little better sometimes. But it's easy to go overboard. It's very easy to go overboard.
I don't want the tomato.
She doesn't want the tomato. Yeah, you got all that extra sugar, right?
So upon further thought,
that's the only meat Chantel's going to see. So
that's all I have to say about it.
Agreed, hippies. The Skinny Queen is an
else,
awesome channel. Well, Foodie is absolutely finishing this. I think this qualifies as finishing the meal. That is impressive.
I hope that you don't quit YouTube. I will say that to you. Don't let them win. Everything you built on YouTube, people would die to have. Even with all the hate.
I like tomatoes too, Tucker. I think it tastes good.
But anyway.
Yeah, I get that. I sense that too, Stackish. I feel like Foodie tries to be nice to ALR now, or tries to kiss up to ALR because she thinks ALR could help her and she doesn't want to cause trouble. But I think that, like you said, in the past, she talked crap.
It was a very good meal, as you can see. That was so good. That's like one of my favorite fast food places. Of course, my cuisine made it 20 times better.
Get her poutine made it 20 times. This was the most disgusting, most fattening meal Foodie's eaten all. Maybe not the most disgusting, but the most fattening, most gluttonous meal she's done all year.
But I find marinara sauce sometimes tastes like hairspray. I don't know.
It's probably fun to dress up sometimes,
know.
right? Nothing wrong with putting on some glamour.
Anyways, guys.
Yeah, I agree to be.
I hope you enjoyed this mukbang.
Do you wear
It
the
was very delicious. Do I look? Oh, these eyelashes are too big. Look from the side. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, agreed. Agreed.
Oh, this guy's car alarm.
Foodie's a very jealous person. She seems
all day.
Thank you, Susie.
I'm gonna fly away. Okay, guys.
If Foodie does that, if Foodie goes into the hospital again tomorrow and she's like, "Oh my God, guys, I'm so sick. Feels so bad for me."
Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Okay. We don't have much time. We have just a little bit. So I am going to let me put up the bumper real quick. So I'm going to put up the Glitter and Lasers video. We're just going to watch a very short down version of it because we don't have much time, and there really wasn't much to watch anyway. So let me pull up the video real quick. Oops. Put the bumper back. All right. I'm glad we have just enough time to put it on. So let me find it here. Good job getting out there. That's what I have to say to Glitter and Lasers. Oops, wrong bit. 1 second here.
So I just stopped my run to have a little cry in this beautiful area, and
she is incredibly fibrotic. I got to say, one of the most fibrous patients I've done. I can feel that tissue release more and more.
Oh, by the way, let me do a little, I don't normally do the whole trigger warning thing, but I guess this is a bit of a trigger warning, but also really content warning more than anything. You're going to be seeing some surgery. I mean, you can already kind of see it here. So let me, if anybody doesn't want to see that, sorry, my apologies, but I put a warning in the description. The show, this is the last segment. So if anybody doesn't want to see this, you're more than welcome to turn off now. You're not going to miss anything. But if you don't mind seeing a little bit of surgery, and nothing too bloody, I don't think. I don't recall any blood. But yeah, if that doesn't bother you too much, then let's watch it. All right.
Become more like butter. It started off like feel that she is.
I love that the doctor describes her as being made of butter.
Incredibly fibrotic. I got to say, one of the most fibrous patients I've done. I can feel that tissue release more and more, and become more like butter. It started off like stone, essentially, like rock hard, and now it's just softer and softer and healthier and healthier.
Okay, so we are here. No one is at the front desk because we are too early, but it's okay. I'd rather be early than late.
Oh, and one question here. I know some people here. You have some people here have some familiarity. Some of the people here, rather, have some experience with addiction and things like that. And I just thought it was really interesting. Well, really interesting. I just thought it was worth pointing out that Anna looks to be pretty zooted up on pills or something after the surgery, which is perfectly normal. But if she's going to be getting surgeries every month, that's going to be tough not to get all messed up on all those pills.
So I don't like waiting though, because it lets my anxiety fester, which isn't great. But I am in the sickest outfit one could ever get surgery in. Let me show you. I mean,
Vista, that is, I totally can relate to that. That's why a lot of times I like to give everything at least 6 months. At least 6 months when I hear some news like that. And if 6 months later people are still saying it, then I'll maybe give it a whirl.
It is giving summer body ready. Surgery edition.
Good question, Fiona's mom. Very good question. From my understanding, well, actually, I'm pretty confident to say this. Liposuction removes fat, but your body still has the ability to gain weight. And if your body can gain weight, it's going to gain it someplace. So it may not be as unsightly, and it may not be as lumpy, and it may not be as fibrotic as the doctor described it. I'm not an expert on the precise nature of Anna's lipedema, but I do know that what caused her to develop lipedema has not disappeared. Whatever caused her to develop it still exists. And if she overeats and gains body fat, it can absolutely turn into more lipedema. So yes, she can gain it back.
Support
Hopefully that
My
answers the
bikini
question.
native. You win. I'm gonna be in full compression.
Yes, yes, it will.
So stupid, but I love it.
Thank you, Skinny Queen. I know a lot of people here, they can relate to that, whether it's alcohol or drugs or overeating. You know, people tend to have more than one. They tend to have addictive personalities across multiple things, like you said there.
So the anesthesiologist called me last night, and they're like, "We need to prepare you for, you know, what's going to happen tomorrow. So they don't put you completely asleep. You're like, I guess cognizant, but like you can tell that they're moving around down there, and you can feel things, but you don't necessarily know what you're feeling. And apparently they talk to you throughout it. So, but yet at the
Yes. So this is one more interesting point. We're going to fast forward through some of the later material, some of the actual surgery video footage. But now she's talking about the surgery itself and how it feels when they perform it.
same time, you're not there mentally. So I'm very confused what this is going to feel like. The idea of something like in my skin and being able to feel it creeps me out to no end. But I'm sure it'll be fine. I just think it's a weird experience. So dumb. I was like, I want to go home in the dumbest thing ever. Here's the crazy thing. They put saline through it and you can taste the salt in your mouth. It's wild.
That's the impression I get, Fiona's mom, that I've seen people who've had liposuction surgery and it's been very successful. And it was invariably after some weight loss because the body fat shrinks down. And I understand that Glitter and Lasers, some parts of her body are not going to shrink down that much, but it seems like her doctor's goal is to remove all of her body fat. Like he's pointed out, he's drawn circles over essentially her entire body, saying that he wants to remove all of it, which just doesn't seem like a reasonable plan. It's like she's trying to use it for weight loss. She's trying to use liposuction for weight loss. It feels like.
It's wild. I didn't expect a culinary experience here.
What's going to happen is...
Oh, yeah, she talks about how she can taste the salt when they inject her with the salt.
Here's the crazy thing. They put saline through it, and you can taste the salt in your mouth. It's wild. It's
I bet she's going to ask them to inject her with sugar next, right?
Wild. I didn't expect a culinary experience here.
What's going to happen is Courtney's going to come in and talk to you and go over the anesthesia and some of the positioning.
For her sake, I hope she doesn't. Like, I really don't. I'll be straight up. I don't even like Glitter and Lasers, but I don't want to see her fail. But I feel like she will. And I'm not saying anybody here who does, but I feel like it's inevitable. I feel like she hasn't solved any of her real food issues.
Everyone's going to come in and mark with his lovely markers. And then once you go into the OR, you get ready for your cold plunge, which is our prep. It's the cold prep that we put on your body.
So it's not like I'm not getting in an ice bath. No.
We call it a cold plunge because the prep is cold. A lot of patients say it's the worst part, but it's the HIPAA wash that you used last night. We just prep the areas again before surgery.
But just ice cold.
It's cold.
So they're just describing how she's going to wash with an antibacterial agent before she gets the surgery.
We keep it cold because
sanitary.
Yeah, exactly.
Dr. Amberlynn's going to come in and draw my body, make me art. Well, actually, it's my markers for the incisions and stuff. So everybody's.
Thank you, Stackish. Yes, that's the impression I got. And you know something, Elizio, I think you're right. I think I have experienced that before. But yes, Stackish. The what do you call it? They gave her not a full anesthesia. They gave her what's called sedation, where she's semi-conscious, where she's not feeling pain. They've numbed her, but she's not fully out of it. And spoiler, the reason why, I shouldn't say the reason why, but one of the reasons why they chose not to give her full anesthesia is because she's too heavy. In Texas, she was over the BMI for any of the doctors in Texas to operate on her. So none of the doctors in Texas were willing to operate, but she found a doctor in California who was willing to operate on her at her current size. So I thought that was interesting too.
Get ready to film it. And I'm walking because I was sitting for so long that my knees are just bugging me now. So I'm anxious. So I'm pacing. That's what I'm doing. I'm pacing. This close to crying. This close to crying.
She's this close to crying. No, Anna, you're always this close to crying.
Is this okay?
Wow, that is bright. Yeah. Okay, why don't you have me face me straight on, put your arm touch to touch.
Good night, Nancy.
How are your knees?
I'm sorry to hear that, Fiona's mom.
They've evaluated.
Hopefully that'll get better.
No, I don't think muscle wise. I think they're okay.
But I mean, the joint itself's okay.
I have not had them evaluated.
Wow, did you hear that? The doctor asked her, so how are your knees? And she said, I've not even had them evaluated. So this woman did all of that high impact exercise for God knows over a year, and she never even spoke to a doctor once. It says a lot. He ran out of marker. He needed 4 different markers.
About reasons why lipedema is so different than just regular liposuction surgery. It's a disease, fibrosis, complicated areas. All these things you have to understand, risk of clot formation. But one thing I mentioned was understanding how the disease itself presents, where it really is, where it kind of isn't, its primary areas, its secondary areas, and understanding it, and then forming your plan, how you're doing things circumferentially, semi-circumferentially in her case, is a little more advanced with stage 4 lipolipedema. The grouping of things, or doing things concomitantly.
He's touching her. Like I don't know, it's just a little bit weird.
With surgical tightening procedures by a plastic surgeon, but it's really important to understand. And then after you understand, you have to design things. You have to engineer the process. Okay? A lot of it's not just artistry. It's understanding first, it's engineering design second. Ultimately, it's your performance. It's your physical performance of that all that design and artistry and all that stuff. We're doing our whole outer leg area. Say strategically, I want to proximally first before we start working in distal areas.
I thought you meant you couldn't taste any food either. Okay, well that's good then.
There's a very important area to do first, even in our buttock areas, understanding where the lipedema is and where it really isn't, and not just making a mess out of the buttock for no reason. From even a cosmetic standpoint, you want to decongest this whole area up into the lower back area, this area called the pelvic girdle, follow it around, and where this unit, this cosmetic unit, I call it, ends at the knee area is going to be done, say, bilaterally with it.
I love how he's managed to describe her entire body without once using the word fat. That is hard to do. This guy is an incredibly rich vocabulary to be able to do
again,
this.
Where the access points are. If you're off, like I've said, half an inch or an inch, you're never going to get around curved areas safely and properly. There you go.
Yeah. I'll be honest, I'm anxious, but I think it would be I'd be delusional if I wasn't, right?
Yeah, like I've said before, only the weird ones are not anxious. So, I love doing things. I kind of hate things done to myself. I'm the same way with it. But we got it down. Every part of it we do it over and over again. The whole team. That's why I don't work with different people. It's all the same.
I trust you.
A little bit.
Just give me the happy drugs and we're good.
Yeah, get the happy drugs and all that stuff. But you'll do great.
I'm excited.
I'm just going to move you through the process, okay?
So when we do the thighs,
Just give me the happy drugs, will be good. I think she's joking, but it's just. Like I said, she's going to be taking a lot of drugs. She's going to be on a lot of drugs from all these surgeries, and I just feel like she's not respecting the possibility of respecting the potential of what that could do.
positioning is really important for Dr. Amran.
Okay.
When you're on your side, he's going to want you on your hip and your shoulder.
Okay.
And he's not going to want you in the fetal position. So a lot of people, they get excited and they want to curl up on their side.
Yes, that is what I would like to.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So he's going to want you nice and straight. So hips straight. He's going to want your arms up by knee and almost your hips pushed a little bit more forward than the rest of your body. When you're under anesthesia on a really narrow bed, it's hard to figure out where you're at. So a lot of people will stick their butt backwards. If he tells you to do a pelvic thrust forward, just means pull your hips toward whatever way you're facing. Like that.
I got to say that this video is a little bit boring, but I just wanted to show it. I mean, we're going to be fast forwarding through some more of it in a minute, but I just wanted to show it just as part of the whole. If I'm going to cover Anna's surgery, I want to cover all of it.
Okay, guys, it's time to go into my first surgery. We'll see you guys later.
Anna, how you doing?
Okay, I'm going to skip through this part here because I don't want to see the actual surgery itself. I already forced myself to watch some of this. So we're going to skip through some of this just so nobody has to see it unless they want to.
Softer and softer and healthier.
Okay, so they're wrapping me now to go home. This is the easing I mentioned in other parts of this video. Well, actually, in the last video. But basically, it's all of that stuff releasing from my body, which is good. It's gross, but it's good and it's healthy. So it's vile how.
Thank you, Nirvana.
We're after surgery.
Good to have you in, Nirvana. We're going to be winding it down soon, but we're glad to have you in. Hopefully, you can make yourself at home till, for the little bit that's left.
I'm alert. I'm a little bit shaky. I can't feel anything they're doing.
I think it's interesting.
Which is weird. And getting the compression garment on.
Well, I think it's interesting, Fiona's mom. I find it interesting personally, but I never know what other people are going to think.
Was less work than I thought it was going to be. But then again, they put it on me. So maybe that's why. I just realized, it wasn't that hard to put it on when I realized I didn't put it on. So maybe the pain meds and the drugs are still in me a little bit. So I just can't.
Anyway, I want to say on one hand, it seems like she's not really that intoxicated, which I guess is a good thing. I guess they're not, pumping her too full of drugs. She seems pretty alert, considering how much medication they've likely given her. I'm surprised to see how alert she is, which I guess is a good thing.
Came out of my first surgery, and I did my outside thighs and my hip shelf, I think it's what it's called.
It is very much for real, Nirvana. I fast forwarded through the surgery video. If you want to see some of it, it's kind of disgusting. They actually jabber with the metal thing. I forgot what it's called.
They took out, I believe, 12-ish liters of lipidemic fat, and
She got 12 liters of fat. That is a lot of fat to take out. And if she's going to keep getting all that fat taken out, I mean, I hope it works out for her, but it just sounds like a very serious procedure. And it has to. The thing is, she hasn't solved any of her food issues, though. And where's the weight's going to have to come back, isn't it?
what Dr. Amber was telling me, which was like wild, that I didn't even realize. Again, guys, I'm a little still drugged up right now. So if anything's a little slow or weird, that's why. He said that it was like way more fibrotic than he initially had thought, which means it's, again, really good that I took care of this now versus like waiting on it, because it could have caused a lot more problems.
I love how she says that. It's good I took care of this now rather than waiting on it. What do you mean waiting on it? You haven't taken your health or your weight or any of your body fat seriously for years. You've only just started working on it. And so you're going to act like happy that, oh, I'm glad I took care of this so quickly. You've allowed this to progress to in your own words, what, stage 4 or phase 4? What do they call it? She's allowed her lipedema to progress to the farthest possible level before seriously addressing it. And now she wants to act like she's done something good by addressing it so quickly.
I want to say shout out to Courtney, who was the anesthesiologist. She stayed with me the whole time. So anytime I had,
that's yuck.
any discomfort, she was like on it. And I think because I had so much fibrotic tissue, that happened a couple times, but I never felt any true pain. It was just like a little like, oh.
Like I said, I may not care much for Anna, but I don't wish ill on her. So I hope she does better. Again, agreed, Nirvana. I don't see any sign of Glitter&Lazers even trying to address her health. She just wants to get surgery. She just wants to get surgery and then be done with it.
This might progress into that. And then she was like, on it.
Honestly, I am, how many hours? What time is it now? Like 10?
And by the way, this is her hospital room. See this reflection over here in the upper left? This looks like, is this a reflection of glass servingware on her plate? Like, this looks like glass or silver, doesn't it? It looks like she has a silver serving dish or like a glass. I can't tell what this is, but this looks like some kind of, like a reflection of some kind of silver platter.
10:30 at night. So I had my surgery.
Doesn't it? It looks like there's a silver food dish or something in there. I can't really tell.
Finished around 2. I feel fine. I'm actually like weirdly confused how okay I feel. I was dancing. I walked a mile.
She was dancing and she walked a mile. She must be on a lot of medication because she's always talking about how much pain she's in. But for her to do all of that after getting surgery, I mean, it could just be possible she's very tough.
It's like better. It's better than I get into surgery. So I don't think this is the norm, especially for someone in a stage 4. But I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it at all. I'm very grateful that this is the case. I have leaked a lot of fluids, but honestly, every time they've come out, I've just felt better and better. So I think it's just part of the process of feeling better. It's not the sexiest thing, but man, I feel amazing.
All right. Well, that is that, folks. All right. I hope you've had fun tonight. I hope you've enjoyed the show. Does anybody have any final thoughts or anything they'd like to share with us? Let me, so let's put on the bumper. Let me put on my little bit of music, and I'm going to start seeing us off in just a moment. All right. Dinner with the Doctor show is nearly finished. Thank you, everybody, for coming on tonight. You've been a great audience. It's always a pleasure to have you. Just trying to think, is there any, let me see if Skinny Queen is here right now, so I don't think she's planning to go on. Are you, by chance? Let's see if House of Hannibal is on. I don't see him on. So yeah, I'm just going to say goodnight, folks, for now. And I appreciate everybody coming on here. I think I'm going to get some rest. So thank you everybody for coming on. You were an awesome audience. I always have fun sharing the show with you, sharing everything. And thank you for coming by. And if anybody watching the replay, please leave a comment. Replay gang, you are awesome. Thank you for all the lurkers. Thank you for all the chatters. One Salty Beach, she's all right. Here, Nutty. Can you get her link? Post her in the chat. I'll link her. All right, everybody. Let me put on the little bumper. I'm going to say goodnight. Yeah, Nutty, if you could share that link, because I'm gonna, I know it'll post in the. All right, perfect. Thank you. All right, everybody. Good night. Have a wonderful evening, and I will see you all around.